Hello and welcome to the AIDEM Special Focus. If you are a keen follower and observer of national news or just a casual watcher of things that happen, you would know that the biggest news developments these days is related to Congress, where the Congress ministry in Rajasthan is in a huge crisis when the party's top leader Rahul Gandhi is trying to walk across the country in a Bharat Jodo Yatra, and he's trying to bring together the whole country as a united opposition against the BJP, but his own party seems to be breaking away. The process is not Jodo but Todo. And the other main news that you may be seeing across India is the efforts made by Mohan Bhagwat, the Sarsanga Chalak of the Rashtriya Swayam Sevak Sangh, the fountainhead of the Hindutva Combine. And the way he's trying to kind of make every community in India a Hindu community. He says anybody who is born in Bharat is a Hindu. Of course, these are all very important stories, and the mainstream media is agog with reportage on that. But the special focus is a unique format, a unique platform, where we try to go beyond the mainstream and try to bring certain aspects of Indian society, certain developments in Indian society, which need to be seen and followed, but is regrettably not followed by the mainstream media in a proper manner. So the AIDEM focus today goes to Muzaffar Nagar in western Uttar Pradesh, the very same western Uttar Pradesh town, district, which was the epicenter of rabid communal attacks, communal violence in 2013 in the run-up to the 2014 Lok Sabha elections and the famous victory of Narendra Modi-led Bharatiya Janata Party. Muzaffar Nagar was the epicenter, was made the epicenter by the efforts of many Hindutva activists, but leading them was the then BJP president and the current Union Home Minister Amit Shah. Anyway, that's all history. But right now, between September 20th and the day that I'm talking to you now, that is about 8 days from now, and this process is going to continue till sometime in October, sometime in mid-October. I think it's going to continue till 13th of October. During this period, Muzaffar Nagar has become an important recruitment center for the Agniveer scheme. The Agniveer scheme, as all of us know, is the new scheme introduced by the Union government, the Modi-led government, to recruit youngsters into the army for a 4-year tenure, and only 25% of these people who are recruited will continue after 4 years, 75% will be retrenched. So it's a very unique scheme. Of course, the pros and cons of the scheme have been discussed. The idea of special focus at this point of time is not to discuss the pros and cons of the recruitment, but the manner in which it is being conducted. The Muzaffar Nagar recruitment, of course, the army is entitled to have these recruitment events wherever it deems fit. Only thing is, it has to coordinate with the district administration and make special arrangements for the recruitment, because the army recruitment is a specialized procedure. You have to have a lot of physical activities, and these physical activities have to be accommodated for, and there are other tests. And of course, qualified armies, senior officers, and the entire team of the army is at work in the recruitment process. By and large, across the country, the army recruitment process so far, the Agniveer is, of course, is a new format. It's a new system that has been brought in. But the army recruitment is by and large considered to be impeccable and without blemish. But the Muzaffar Nagar recruitment has got into some kind of controversy because of various factors including the very big factor of the involvement of Sanjeev Balian, the local MP from that region, and who is also a Minister of State in the Modi government. Balian went around the town collecting money for the recruitment scheme, to saying that that we need to accommodate the youngsters who are coming for the recruitment. We need to give them special training for the physical activity that they have to practice, and we have to give them food and all that. So he went around town collecting some money, and he put them up in some places, which of course has immediately, the moment these youngsters were accommodated there, it generated a lot of criticism from observers and even the people who were applying for this recruitment process. They were all huddled in rooms like, a pack of sardines, like, they were all forced to lie in very, very close proximity, almost tumbling over one another. So these pictures, these visuals went viral in the local media at that point of time. That is one aspect. The other aspect is that the kind of facilities that they were given for the training were also called into question. And about 2 or 3 days into this training process, which started on the September 20th, heavy rain slashed western Uttar Pradesh. And all the training facilities that were arranged, they all became waterlogged. And many of these people who were trying to train for the physical test, their shoes got enmeshed in mud. They couldn't run properly. Many of them fell down and had injuries. And it created so much of disgruntlement among these youngsters. They started abusing the entire process. They started questioning the entire process and say it is better not to prepare for the army, but go for some other jobs which have anti-social characteristics.
10 बंदे में नंबर आ गया और आधे बच्चे तो हमारे पर रपट के गिर रहे, इतने रपटन हो रही और बच्चे गिर रहे, चोट लग रही बच्चों को। वहाँ पे लोगों के ऊपर चढ़ के जाना पड़ रहा। आर्मी की तैयारी से भला बढ़िया कोई भाई बिजनेस खोल लो, कोई फायदा नहीं। आर्मी की तैयारी से कोई फायदा नहीं है। सरकार तो भाई 4 साल की आर्मी कर दी। अब भाई सरकार बीजेपी को कभी वोट ना करियो भाई, मेरा बन होगा तो बीजेपी वोट ना करियो।
So when this mess up happened, and even those who came to seek employment, who came for the tests, even they started abusing the entire process and people who were involved in it. Then the other question also came up. Normally in western Uttar Pradesh, most of the army recruitment tests are conducted at Meerut, which has a huge cantonment, a cantonment that dates back to the 1857 First War of Independence, cantonment which was originally manned by the British and later came into the Indian hands, and something which has been very systematically built up, one of the best cantonment in India and one of the best recruitment centers in India. So why was Meerut given the go-by? Why was Muzaffar Nagar chosen? And if this was the facility that was going to be set up in Muzaffar Nagar, did the people who worked on setting up the facility in the district administration as well as in the army really take into account all these factors? Did enough thinking go into choosing this center, Muzaffar Nagar, as a center, or was there some other pressure? These questions also started coming up in a big way at the local level and also within the people who were seeking employment and recruitment. So basically, this whole process of recruitment was called into question and gave a bad name for the entire process. And of course, Sanjeev Balian was trying to make it his own show. He had put up posters around the town saying that that this is he is hosting the recruitment process and he's heading it and all that. So basically, he tried to make this an event, a kind of political event to enhance his support in the region, but it badly boomeranged. And in the process, did it also raise questions about the army's recruitment programs, which have an impeccable, unblemished record so far? That is something which we need to ponder on. And I think perhaps the army also needs to ponder on this when they take local assistance for such recruitment programs. They should make sure that it is being done in keeping with the phenomenal clean track record of the Indian Army, and the new scheme does not invite calumny. The new scheme does not invite disrepute just because of some kind of political exercise was sought to be built around it. The AIDEM special focus will continue to bring such stories to you which have been ignored by the mainstream media or has not found enough coverage in the mainstream media. It is something we think is our duty as propagators of a reverse media swing. It's our duty to bring these untold stories to you. Keep watching the AIDEM, and keep watching the AIDEM special focus. Thank you.